Why are these just so different? These are the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and it's totally not what I expected. Samsung makes Galaxy Buds every year, and we've always expected the same thing: incremental hardware changes, and of course retaining things such as, remaining bean-shaped, in this tiny little rounded square, and now it's in a form factor that we're all too familiar with. But you know what? I think a lot of people have been overthinking this. Everyone is just comparing it with Apple, and yes, I'm not delulu enough to tell you that it's not the same, but yes, there's a transparent housing, and yes, the earbuds are in stem shapes. So are they really wrong for doing so? Because this time around there's just so much new tech implemented inside these buds. Two-way speakers, planar magnetic drivers, the works, advanced microphones, AI implementation, more sensors for you to adjust everything on the fly without even touching your phone, such as you're being able to touch and slide the stem of your earphones so that you could adjust things like audio. You can only really achieve that using a stem form factor, so there's not much to assign in terms of blame here. These cost a pretty penny, 1,000 ringgit or 999 bucks. So it's something for a lot of people to ponder on, especially, Galaxy Buds 2 Pro users. Is it worth the jump or is it not? And I can tell you right now, I immediately noticed the difference. These just sound really different. In terms of how it's shaped, it's like a V shape, so it's treble and bass heavy, and it's not to an excessive degree. For the audiophiles out there, no, this sound signature is not neutral. Soundstage is incredible though, but it's far from being neutral. It loves its bass and it loves its treble. But either way, the Galaxy Buds have always been, the mainstream choice for all things Android, and there's nothing much to blame when it comes to that. It's just simply always the safe choice, as the piece of earphones that have always been the answer for Android, such as Apple has Airpods. So this is probably the best representation on a mainstream level. You can buy it anywhere. But of course, the best advantage goes to, Samsung Galaxy owners, and there's no lie. With all these new AI features that are connected between the phone and the earphones, it's kind of just all too encouraging to just stick to one ecosystem. Some might appreciate, the AI real-time interpreter where you get to translate things from just using your earphones. You can use voice commands to, play and pause or pick up phone calls while these are connected to you. Why not? It's still pretty good. And besides the point where, yes, it's kind of bass heavy, but it's not to an excessive overkill degree like I would hear on Sony's. And I listen to a wide variety of music like the Bombay Royale, Yo Asobi, Wu-Tang Clan, Logic, Metallica. It's all over the place. And I realized that it plays well on just about almost any genre. So yeah, it's a very subjective topic when it comes to audio equipment because it's very personalized. It's very sensitive to one's personal taste. So I'm not delving in too much on that. But in my opinion, I think that you can play generally everything in the wide spectrum of music genres and you will like it. And yeah, you practically just wear them as you normally would with any other type of earbuds that you've used before. The wear is very comfortable. The tips are very nice and gentle inside your eardrums, and it doesn't slip off. If you're working out and whatnot, it works out well. I'm just not going to recommend you to wear this when you're going to sleep because this type of design really not suitable for side sleepers. And if you're thinking about, going for a run in the rain, yes, the buds are waterproof, but just the buds, IP57. This case, no sir. These are absolutely not waterproof, the case. And as for battery life, Samsung claims 30 hours, including the case. Yeah, I can see that the numbers are very close to that realistic advertised number. And if you're listening using these buds on pure ANC mode, you can get up to 6 hours. If you mix it up a little bit, you can push it to 7 hours. So I think that's not bad. It's long and it plays music well. It takes calls really well. Why don't you take a listen to my samples right here? This is a sound test for the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro microphone. It is directly recorded using the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro's microphones using the sound recorder app on my device. This is a sound test. I think it's not bad, but like I said, these buds and every other buds before that prefer to stay in Samsung and One UI because you don't need to install additional apps. It's already Galaxy Wearable App is already pre-installed. You just need to install some updates as soon as you unbox them and connect them to the internet, the phone I mean. And you're good to go out of the box, ready to connect. But of course, if you're just on an Android phone and it's not a Samsung, you can still just download the app. So if you're trying to use this on a non-Samsung device, you're not losing out much. I would say that the usability on non-Samsung Android devices are almost there. Maybe you're just losing out on a couple of AI features and certain types of voice commands. But either way, the Galaxy Wearable app has always been a very comprehensive app, and you do everything there, from adjusting everything from your gestures, updating your firmware. I don't know how to tell you, but when you get in on that SSC, it's a whole new difference. It's not just about being bass and treble heavy and V-shape anymore. Everything just sounds louder, more superior, and you can definitely hear every single subtle nuance that you never got to hear when you're not on SSC. But if you know you're on SBC or AAC, you get, the general bits of the song. But when you get up there, everything just got more defined. And I think this is a precedence that they want to set. Anyone can use these earbuds, except iOS people. But if you're on a Samsung device, welcome home. Make yourself comfortable. We have everything set up for you. Like a butler, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, one of the gimmicks that I actually came to enjoy are actually the blade lights because, initially, I only thought that these lights serve a purpose of just telling you how much battery there is left on your buds, and also to help you locate where your earbuds are if you're, let's say, in the dark and you prompt it on the Galaxy Wearable app. And the transparent top housing of the case is very useful here because you can see the lights illuminate. But apparently, you can just wear these out with the lights on, but you have to enable them. And how you enable them is very simple. Just press and hold here and the buds will illuminate. See that? It illuminated. And these blade lights will stay on until you put them back in the case, which is all fair game. I mean, I guess Samsung didn't want to just let you wear the buds immediately with the blade lights out because, obviously that consumes more power. But if you wanted that style, you wanted to look more unique, there you go. In the Galaxy Wearables app, you get to customize just a very small smidge of types of lighting profiles. Of course, it's not RGB, it's just white. Fair enough. And there's that. You can use these blade lights for as long as you like until you put them back in the case. All fair game. Would I recommend the Buds 3 Pro? I mean, yes, definitely. Even if you're coming from the Buds 2 Pro, because it's a totally different beast right here, because it's a totally new design. There's so much tech involved right now. There's more AI features packed inside. I mean, that's not going to change your life or anything, but on the more fundamental parts of what makes good earphones, everything is laid out here. The mics are great for calls. Audio playback is good. If you're on Samsung devices already, great. Everything's just going to be native and straightforward, but don't let that intimidate you. Non-Samsung Android users, just install the app, log in, and you'll pretty much have more or less the same experience, maybe just a little bit of differences, but that's about it. It costs 999 ringgit. That's the kind of price that a lot of people don't normally pay for earphones. But if you're already on a flagship phone, you definitely need something like this to accompany it with, because everything will just work out in tandem. So yeah, that's about it. That's my review of the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. I'm Zen the Geek, and I'll see you guys in the next video.